as I put there, happiness is not a destination, but a state of being. Many people look outside to the external world to look for happiness, to look for joy, to look for kindness, to look for peace. They go for holidays, or at least 1 week out of 365 days, they have that peace with their family. Instead of establishing that peace within us, so it's always there, and when we are getting out of that peace, we can always go back. So that would be our mission today, that understanding that how we can go back and how we can find that inner peace within us. My main intention is decisions and actions. I want you to change your life, because life is about changing. If you don't change, if from today on your life is going to be the same as it was yesterday, you in fact a physical manifestation of that spiritual world. You are coming from the spiritual world and you are going back there. And we have a spirit, we are spiritual beings manifested in this material world and trying to be human beings, trying to understand the physical world. Everything is material. And we are struggling with that because we are birds. People are not happy because they are living their life on the material level and forgetting about that in truth, we are birds. So we need to work on this each day, that our ego is somehow controlled. Ego is not our enemy, as many people say in the spiritual world, that ego is so bad, you have to burn it. No, you don't, because it's part of who we are. In order to live on this material world, we need to have ego. Otherwise, we wouldn't achieve anything, we wouldn't be in a very rooted situation. Ego has a lot of good qualities. If I am a human being on a spiritual journey, it indicates that I am looking for spirituality. I am looking for happiness. I need to find where it is. While here, if I'm saying I am a spiritual being on a human journey, it means that my source, my essence is spiritual, and I need to learn how to live on earth as a human being, which means how to handle materialism, how to handle the very, very sensitive balance between our spiritual essence and our material existence. So it is very, very important to see the difference between the two, because this one, human beings, are really those people, or tend to be those people who are more focusing on the material existence. As I told you in the beginning, they're focusing more on having more instead of being more. While here, and they're trying to find happiness outside of everything. Outside of marriage, outside of career, instead of looking inside. There are people who travel around the world because they are trying to find their peace, their happiness. And they keep on traveling. 10 years, 15 years, they keep on traveling. It's very good, but in order to find who you are, you don't necessarily need to travel. You know, travel is inside. But they're looking outside all the time. While here, being a spiritual being on a human journey, I understand what you said, that we are coming from somewhere and we are continuing from somewhere, so I understand that whatever I'm collecting here is just material. And the right virtues and values from my life are family, friendship, love, kindness, truthfulness, independent search for truth. Who am I? What is my purpose in life? And the journey is more internal. And there are a lot of people, I mean, most of the people, as we born into this world, we have legs and arms and everything is material, whatever you touch. We tend to stay in this stage because we are, when we born, we are like a candle, okay? And once we are like a candle, it needs to be lit. So the function will be, it will be well functioned. That's how our spirit works. We have the potential to spread the light, but we need to be lit. And for that we need to be connected to our higher self. So many people don't get connected, and that's why they stick to the material world, because that's what you see. Like that person who was walking on the stairs, he is not necessarily see that bird, what he sees is the steps. And you lose in there, and the society is pushing you into that, you know, that you need to be independent, you need to be very career-oriented, you need to be successful, you need to be the best, you need to study a lot. These are all things which they are pushing you to this material world. While here, how about that education? If you would educate your children, then you need to find out who you really are. You need to spend more time on practicing spiritual virtues like kindness, love, and spend more time with your friends. Go out, spend more time in the nature instead of being on the computer. Feel the power of now. Just be instead of have something